Yo, everybody, how's it going? It's Big Sack Lunch here with Lunch Break and Sports, and I'm back with another PSA reveal. I had a couple orders come back at the same time, plus, I took a lot of offers and I sold some cards before they got here, so I needed to get those out like immediately. So it's kind of just a jumble of two orders. So I'm just gonna go at it with these stacks and try to give some kind of values, I guess. But yeah, I already sold a lot of cards out of here. So first up, we got Anthony Edwards on a 9. I had this probably on a 9, possibly on a 10. The centering on it looked really good. Surface was pretty clean. This corner, I think, was down when I sent it in, so that might have happened when they were transferring it or whatever. So if maybe that stayed down, it possibly would have got the 10. Probably like $20, probably a couple dollars loss in a 9. And we got Lad McConkey on the 24 Donruss throwback rated rookies. I had this on a 10. It was really well centered. There was no issues with it that I saw. We did get the 10. They offered me like high 20s, but most of my Lad cards have gotten more than that, so I'm just going to keep on working on trying to get more for this one as well. Probably go for like, after fees and everything, a $20-$25 profit on it. It was something I opened, I think, or maybe paid a couple of dollars for. Next up, we've got Topps Project 2020 Roberto Clemente by Matt Taylor. So I sent this in the seal, and it was the first one like that I sent, and I didn't realize, but luckily, if you don't mention anything, they'll break it out of the seal and grade it. They'll only grade it in the seal if you ask them to in the comments or send them something. But the seal had a smudge on it, so I was like, please don't grade it in the seal, and they were like, we weren't going to unless you told us. But then I did notice it was a little bit off center, so probably would get a 9, and it did get the 9. I have a bunch of different of the Project 2020s I picked up, so at some point I might actually just do a whole order of those. Most of them look pretty good. That's probably worth like $15, so it's probably a $10 loss or so. Still, most of this order looks really good in the slabs, though. I was pretty happy about that. Both of these came back from Florida, I believe. One of them actually came back from California, but anything more recent, my stuff has been going to Florida. So if a lot of your stuff's been going faster, that's because Florida opened and they didn't have the volume capacity already behind that California and Jersey had. So they don't have the backlog, and they're not going to send all their cards that they have backlog at California and Jersey over there, obviously, because that could just turn into a major cluster, too much to keep track of and all that. So yeah, Florida's grading a bunch of cards really fast. A lot of my orders that were more recent have gone there apparently, because they're skipping orders that went to the other facilities, I believe. We got the 2018 Hoops Allen Iverson on the blue checkerboard. This looked really good to me. I didn't see any problems with it. Possibility at a 9, but I put it on a 10. We did get the 10. I was only $5 for me to buy this, maybe. Low pop count. They didn't make me any offers. I figure it's probably like $70 though, so we'll probably get like a nice $30 profit off of it or so. All right, next up, we got Shohei on the 22 Finest Cornerstones 1994 version. This is an obvious 9 to me on the centering, but I thought at the time it was worth, because I figured his value was going to continue to climb. So we did get the 9. I'm invested in it for $1 plus the grading fee. They offered me 20 something for it, but I'm gonna try to get like 40 for it with his market right now and make like 10-15 bucks. Next up, we got Johnny Wilson on the 24 Topps Cosmic Chrome Lunar Eclipse, and this is numbered out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Looked really good to me. Did have a couple touches of white on the back, so I thought that it could possibly get a 9. Small shot at a 10. It did get a 9. This is from IPC anyways, so IPC Eagles. I would probably break even on it if I did try to sell it. His market's not great. He's just more of a player that I like. So next up is 2009 Topps UFC Matt Hamill Bloodlines. I only sent this in because it looked really, really good to me. People aren't familiar with UFC and like past UFC. He's like the most successful deaf fighter that there's ever been. He technically has a win over John Jones by like a disqualification, I believe. So he just has a really cool story. Really fought to get to where he got. I think that I must have missed some surface issues on this because all the corners are really sharp, edges are really sharp, but it got an 8. So the only thing I can think of is it's got to have some surface issues, which on this type of card I could see there being some dents in it that I can't tell from the style. So that's probably a $15 loss on that one. Still, I like the way it looks in a slab. Next up, we got 24 Phoenix Jordan Love on the gold fade out of 125. I put this between a 9 and a 10. I was hoping that it would get the 10. The centering on it, to me, looked pretty well. Didn't see too much wrong with any of the corners. I think maybe it has a couple touches of white, but it did end up getting a 9. Still really nice color match. Pop 1. Probably try to get like $45-50 for this and maybe make like 10 bucks off of it. Next up, we got 24 Select Phillip Rivers light blue prism. I thought this would get a 10, but after looking at it, it was a little heavy, too heavy on the top to bottom probably to pass the criteria. So it did get the 9. This is also a numbered colored match. I think they offered me in the low 20s for it, but I'm going to try to get probably like 40 for it and still make $10 profit. He's getting ready to go into the Hall of Fame. All right, next up we got 23 Wolfman Platinum Green Crackle. I thought this looked good. I didn't see any issues with it at all. Really well centered. So I did put this on a 10. I have been getting some 9s on these Marvel cards though, so it wouldn't have surprised me, but we did get the 10. The last one sold, I think, for $60. I'll probably try to get like 50 or 60, which would be like a $30 profit after everything. Next up, we got Mike Williams on the rated rookie from 2017 Optic on the blue variant numbered. It was a little off-centered left to right. So I thought, and top to bottom, so I thought that it might get the 9. It actually got an 8. The back for all the black on it looks really, really good, but there is something here and here on the surface of the card that I don't remember being there when I sent it in, and I don't think that's a dimple. That is like pretty sure that's on the outside, so I may crack this one open and see if I can clean it off. They estimate it still at like 40, 45 and an 8, so if I did get that, it would still be like a $15 profit probably. Next up, we got Barry Sanders on the 23, Topps Composite, green wave refractor numbered. Looked really good to me. Little one touch of white, I think, on the back, maybe one slight surface scuff. So I put this on a 9 with some small shot at a 10. And it actually got the rare 8.5. So there was probably another surface issue I missed. And it does have that touch of white there on the back corner. But this is a PC card anyways. I could still probably make a few dollars profit off it, but it's going to go in the PC. Next up, we got Kobe Bryant on the 1998 Hoops Pump Up the Jam, the movie style poster card. I thought overall looked pretty good. It did have some noticeable edge problems and a couple white corners. I was hoping to get the 8. It still was worth it. I got a 7. It's still, they offered me 20 something. I didn't take it, and it's still valued at like mid 30s to $40. So I'll still probably make a few dollars profit off it if I can get that. And then next up, it is a base card, but it has, at the time that I sent it, Tua was playing all right. Mac Jones had just got named the starter and had a good first game. And then Bryce Young, they were quietly like 4-3 or something at the time. This got back pretty fast overall, this order. So it was already in the season, I believe, when I sent this, and they were already in. This got a 10. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I wouldn't have sent it if I was going to get a 10. I'll probably try to get $45 for it and make $15 and $18 profit off of it. Got another one for the PC. Tim Duncan on the 97 Skybox Z-Force. Had some corner and edge issues. I was hoping that it would get an 8. It got a 7. They say it's worth like $15 or something. So it's a few dollar loss, but it's going to go in the PC anyway. All right, next up, probably one of my favorite cards from the order, if not favorite. I just love the looks of it. 97 Topps Chrome, Eddie George, Terry Glenn draft year refractor. So yeah, on this side you got Eddie George, first round. And then on this side you got the Terry Glenn. And actually, favor Eddie George of the players, but this Terry Glenn side really pops. It looks super good. So I would have actually had this on a 10 for, even though it's an old card, but they had a print line that was probably part of the set production. It just goes straight through right there, but it goes straight through on both sides. And I figured they wouldn't get that. So yeah, I did get a 9. Still low pop, still looks phenomenal in a slab. I'm pretty happy about that. I'll try to get like 60 or 70 for this, and I'll still make like a good $30-$35 profit. But if I end up holding on to it for a while, I'm not going to mind that either. Just gorgeous card. Next up, 22 Star Wars Sapphire Vader Strangles Rebel. I figured this would get a 9, but Star Wars is still big enough to where certain cards are still worth getting a 9 because it's off center, but it did get the 9. They said it's worth like $35-$40. I'll probably try to get something like that for it, and I'll still make a good $15 profit off of it. So we got 2018 Goodwin Champions Tiger Woods base card, but they actually sell really well, and it looked really nice. Like, it's just a good looking card. And this one was a really clean copy. I didn't see anything wrong, so I put this on the 10. Got the 10. The last one sold for 60 or 65, so I'll probably try to get something like that for it. I've already been offered a few trades on Veriswap for it, and that'll be a nice $30-$35 profit as well. And we got Mark Grace on the 1996 finest refractor. I pulled the coating off of this. It is a little bit off centered. Otherwise, it looked really good. It maybe had some surface issues, but I think they ignored it. I did get the 9 is where I put it at. I think it's a pop 1. I've seen some of his other refractors go pretty high, but I don't think that's a great comparison. So I figure I'll probably try to get like 50, and I'll still make, $15-20 profit off of that. You just have to find the right collector. Next up, a little bit disappointing in this one. We have 1999 finest Peyton Manning prominent figures. I left the coating on. This was the first time I've done that because it looked like it could possibly have some surface issues underneath. But looking back at it, I should have just taken the coating off anyways. And then all 4 corners looks like the coating is slightly coming up, so I think that impacted the grade on this one. It got an 8. I was putting it on a 9. They offered me like $20-something, but I would rather crack it out and take the coating off and maybe send it back in again. So that's most likely the plan, or crack it out and not send it back in again. We'll see. No rush on it either way. And then next up, we got 24 Resurgence Raw Gronkowski, Glimmer Gleam on the Navy Surge numbered. I thought this looked really good. He's got a really nice pull in the hobby still. Probably will have his name out there for a while. Super good guy. I put this on a 10, didn't see anything wrong with it. And we did get the 10. They didn't offer me anything, but there's like no other pops on this. I figure it's probably like $60, and I'll make a good $20-25 profit off of it. We got 23 Upper Deck Michael Jordan rookie exclusives. Didn't see a lot wrong with this. The setting was really nice. The corners were really nice. Back looked really good. So I was hoping that it would get the 9, and it got the 8. But even looking at it now, unless there's something on the surface I missed, which is possible, I would still give this card a 9. They offered me 20-something or like $20 for it. I'm going to try to get like $30-something for it. Make a few dollars profit. If not, it's Michael Jordan, There's nothing wrong with having him sitting around. Next up, 24 Flair Marvel Scarlet Spider on the winter variant. I was hoping this would get a 10. Kind of thought that it would get a 9. I didn't see a lot of issues with it. Still don't really see too much wrong with it, even corner and edge-wise. Did get the 9. In a 10, that probably would have been $70-80, maybe more. In a 9, they say it's worth like $10, but I'm gonna say it's probably worth like 30 or 40, and I'll still make $10 profit off it. There'll be a collector out there. So another one I was kind of disappointed in. Cheap card, but I really thought it looked good. It has the little notches that license plates in real life have, so I was hoping that they would understand that. Didn't see too much wrong with the edges or anything, so I was putting it on a 9 with some shot at a 10, and it got an 8. Still looking over it, I wouldn't have given it an 8. I would have given it a 9, but c'est la vie. They said it's worth $15-20. I'll probably just try to get that back and lose a few dollars on it. I don't mind. Still looks really cool in a slab. Somebody will enjoy it. Now we got Allen Iverson on the 2014 Prism Blue and Green Mosaic. I had this on between a 9 and a 10. I thought at the time there was a small scratch that I could see, but then looking back over it, I couldn't see it. So I was hoping it would pull the 10. It got the 9. In a 10, it's worth like $70-80. In a 9, I'll probably try to get like 30 to 40 and still make a few dollars profit. And then it has one little white corner, so that's probably what ended up getting the 9. I don't know if I remember that being on there when I sent it, though. Still, nice looking slab, AI. Next up, we got 21 Tops Cabron Hayes yellow. I didn't see anything wrong with this at all. It looked completely clean to me. I wouldn't have sent it in if I didn't think it was going to get a 10, but it is a cool color match too on the rookie. And it got the 9. And then still looking over it, I don't know. I still think it should have got a 10. There's nothing wrong with any of the corners or edges. There's no chipping on it whatsoever. It's probably worth 20, 25 and a 9, so maybe I'll break even on it. Excuse my dog. And we got 22 Bowman University Cam Ward. I wouldn't have sent this in if I didn't think it was going to get a 10. Nothing wrong with it. It got the 10. They offered me like 18, 20 bucks, but even on their estimate is a lot more than that. Plus, I'd rather just hold on until the end of the season and see what kind of moves they make in the off season and everything. So I'll just hold on to that for now, but I will try to make like 15, 20 bucks profit at some point probably. So we got Bucky on the 24 Finest Gold Geometric 250. And this looked really good. I didn't see any issues with it. I thought it should get a 10. I had another similar gold card get a 9, so maybe there was a shot I could get a 9, but he did get the 10. They didn't offer me anything, but it's also another pop 1. I'll probably try to get like $70, $80 for it. I think he's hurt right now, but he was playing super well. Make like a good $30, $35 profit off of it. This looks real nice. Next up, we got 24 Illusions Joe Milton, Steak Rainbow. So for an acetate card, didn't see any chipping or any problems with this. Was off chance he was going to get some time in Dallas when I sent this. I sent this back in the football cards back in like the end, like July. So thought he might get a shot to start, but Dak's been playing really well, even though the team is garbage. And I hate the Cowboys. But I did put this on a 10, and it did get the 10. I probably try to get 50 or 60 bucks for it. I was already been offered a couple of trades for it. Next up, we got 24 Cameron Brink on the Red Wave variant from Draft Picks. I figured this would get a 9. The top to bottom, or left to right centering, depending on how you look at it, is off center. Otherwise, there wasn't anything wrong with it, and it did get the 9. I still figured it's probably 30, 35 bucks, and I'll still probably make 10 bucks profit off of it. Her market's gone back up, and she still has a decent market. So this one, Terry's been hurt, obviously, so not the best. I did send this back in July. Pink, thicker card. I did think it had a good shot at a 10, but then when it came back, I noticed it does have a little gouge on that part, and then maybe one tiny, tiny wear on the back, so it was probably going to get the 9. And it did get the 9, but still, it's a pretty sweet card if he comes back and he does well like he was doing in his career, progresses like it was. I'll probably still try to get like 35, 40 bucks off of that at some point and make $10, $15 profit. Then we got Joe Burrow on the 24 Donruss Galaxy of Stars. Tiny bit off center, but otherwise, and I thought even that might fall in the toleration. Didn't really see anything wrong with the back at all. No chipping that I could see. Maybe one slightly soft corner. So I put it on between a 9 and a 10. It got an 8, so there must have been some kind of surface issues that I missed. Probably lose like 10, 12 bucks on that. Overall, though, everything graded out pretty well, where most of it's profit. And like I said, I've already sold a bunch of cards from both of these orders. So apologies for not showing them. Just too much to go back right now. I'd have to go into the collection, which is big. And then we got make some room for this one. Giant slab. So we got Michael Jordan, and it is the 96 flying metal. So it is a metal card, border on the outside, paint on the front, and then the back is a metal border with inside. Pretty unique card. They do grade them, so I figured why not. Overall, it actually looked pretty good. Kind of put it on an 8, possibility at a 7 and an 8, which it did get. It's probably, I'm still going to try to get like $80 for it. This is also out of the set, like one of the last cards that come up graded. So really, really cool card, really cool in the slab. I don't mind holding on to it till I get a price that I want. Probably make like $30, $35 profit on it, unless I end up just holding on, and because I am starting to PC Jordans as well. So overall, I was pretty happy with these two combined orders. Not completely crazy good. The Florida ones, I'm a little bit worried they're grading too fast, and not looking over the cards well enough, because the grading steps are going extremely fast on those. And the cards haven't been as high as coming from the other places. So just be wary of that, even though there isn't anything we can really do. But thank you, everybody, for watching again. Thank you for any likes, comments, and subscriptions, advice, or any time you guys like to chat in my channel or anybody else's channel. I always enjoy that. I hope you have a good rest of your day wherever you're at, and we will see you next time.